2,500 years of history as a settlement, revealed by the ruins unearthed during Yeni Kapı excavations. 1,600 years of history as the capital city of empires, as well as a geographical position spanning Europe and Asia, make Istanbul one of the world's major historic, cultural, and natural metropolises. Istanbul's rich cultural and natural assets represent the living existence of the past. Therefore, it is of vital importance that they are protected as inseparable parts of the daily living environment of the people and passed over to future generations. Istanbul Metropolitan Municipality has been conducting its activities with the awareness of its responsibility to present this spectacular cultural richness to all humanity. With the purpose of conserving Istanbul's cultural assets in their authentic form, without separating the city from its identity, the Directorate for the Inspection of Conservation Implementations was established in 2006, which continues to operate under the Department of Cultural Assets. Restoration and Conservation Laboratory. The laboratory was founded in 2007 in consultation with academics to provide a characterization of traditional materials used in cultural assets, to identify the reasons of their deformation, and to recommend materials to be used at different levels of intervention. This is the first example of such a laboratory that has been established for this purpose within a local government. The collected material samples are subject to a comparative analysis within the different parts of the laboratory, representing different disciplines, to understand the physical and chemical characteristics of the original material, the effects of restoration, and the period which the asset originated from. The results of these analyses are then reported to the applicant. Kudeb Restoration and Conservation Laboratory is accredited by Turkish Accreditation Agency, which is a full member of the European Cooperation for Accreditation, EA, International Accreditation Forum, IAF, and International Laboratory Accreditation Cooperation, ILAC. Awareness-raising activities aims to function as a learning source for the students who desire to specialize in this area and for the experts who wish to expand their experiences and also meet our country's need for scientific periodicals in the field by publishing quarterly scientific journals within the scope of the periodical entitled Restoration and Conservation Studies, with the aim to promote a universal level of ownership about the methods, materials, and techniques used in the documentation, conservation, restoration, and reconstruction of our movable and immovable cultural heritage, and to share and disseminate information in this area. Organizing symposia, seminars, and panels every year, where stakeholders of the field exchange good practices and experiences at national and international levels. Publishing books to document our movable and immovable cultural heritage and the studies conducted in this area. Activities related to practical implementations. Stone and timber training workshops. Following the overall goal of sustaining cultural assets with their authentic features, realizing high-quality conservation and restoration implementations, a stone workshop was established to train a young generation of qualified professionals who know and practice conventional construction techniques and abide by the universal principles of conservation. The Stone Restoration Professionals Training Program, targeting the young graduates of architectural restoration departments of vocational colleges, is organized every year over a course of 600 hours, divided into 152 hours of theoretical and 448 hours of practical training. The program lasts 5 months. Within the scope of the training program, master trainers, specialized in traditional stone masonry, deliver courses on carving stone and show qualified examples from this almost forgotten craft as the number of masters is gradually decreasing. More than 100 fountains registered as Category 1 and Category 2 cultural assets have so far been maintained and restored throughout the practical courses of this training program. Timber Training Workshop. Various objectives, including training of the required labor force about traditional details and construction techniques, raising awareness about conservation, and training timber masters who will work in the restoration and conservation of timber structures according to original specifications. The aim of protecting our timber heritage, which is facing the threat of becoming extinct, in a manner to carry it over to future generations, a timber training workshop was established. The workshop delivers a training program on conservation and restoration in timber structures, consisting of theoretical and practical courses for graduates of architectural restoration and woodwork departments of vocational colleges on the one hand, and opens new horizons for our architect and engineer colleagues who work in Istanbul and in Anatolian cities through workshops enabling exchange of conservation experiences on the other hand. Within the scope of this program, 64 timber structures were maintained and restored in Zeyrek and Süleymaniye districts of Istanbul in a way to provide positive contributions to the UNESCO process. General inspection activities. According to its regulation, Kudeb delivers services to citizens in a direct manner for cultural assets registered under Category 2 by getting the opinion of the regional conservation councils for cultural assets registered under Category 1 and in a direct manner for simple maintenance and restoration operations related to unregistered structures which are licensed according to the legislation in force and located within the vicinity of registered structures or in the same protected area as the registered structures or in the sites. Within this context, Kudeb carries out inspections and issues different documents, such as a preliminary permit for restoration, restoration compliance document, and building use permit. It is through these services that Kudeb has managed to raise awareness about the importance of protecting our historic and cultural heritage and bringing them back to our urban lives by sharing the technical developments and experiences with its stakeholders operating in this area. And it has become a reference unit in Turkey, taking their basis from the mission and vision of the Istanbul Metropolitan Municipality. These activities brought Kudeb the first prize in 2011 and 2012 in Marmara Municipality's Union's Social, Economic and Cultural Projects Contest, and the first prize in the Raji Bademli Good Practices Competition, organized by the Chamber of Urban Planners, an affiliate chamber to the Union of Chambers of Engineers and Architects. Thanks to its operations in the area of conservation, its comprehensive laboratories and training workshops, Kudeb draws the attention of national and international institutions and universities, providing education in the area of conservation. Informative presentations about Kudeb's activities and workshops are delivered to visiting delegations from other countries and cities. It goes without saying that UNESCO World Heritage Committee referred to Kudeb's important and unique activities in their progress report. As we are to celebrate the 100th anniversary of our Republic in 2023, our aims are to convert timber and stone training workshops of Kudeb into institutional-level education centers that deliver services about our historic and cultural heritage. To complete the national and international accreditation procedures for the Conservation and Restoration Laboratory, and to make it the #1 laboratory of its type in the Balkans and Central Asia region.